Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Am I on the right page? Yes. All right. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen.
No. You can't do the intro for the show. I'm gonna handle the intro for the show from now on. Okay.
All right. What do you got there?
Please.
Huh?
These three. We're on episode 4 already, and I feel like I'm getting a gasoline root canal when
We're on
people do
episode
the intro.
5.
Oh, see, I can't even remember.
I know.
All right, here is our official intro now. Ready?
All right.
Welcome to Maps and Tights, hosted by the true superheroes of wrestling podcasting, Just Jon, and his tag team partner, the Brooklyn icon, Jon Stugots. There's the intro.
That's an intro.
Yeah.
That is an intro. Welcome to Mouse and Tights. So, today, during the NBC Universal Upfronts, apparently Nia Jax invited Ronda Rousey to challenge
Rowdy
Ronda Rousey.
Triple R.
Well, don't you know? So, for the WWE Raw Women's Championship.
Pretty gutsy.
It is. If you're going to have a superstar, though, you got to, keep them at the top.
And you got to have the belt.
Yes, so that'll be at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. I want to say match, but she's not in that match.
No, it's at the pay-per-view.
It is at the pay-per-view. They will be, if not the main event, one of the main events.
Definitely.
The other women's fights for the belt.
Well, there's 3 ladder matches that night, so this will be a singles match that takes place in between the ladder matches.
Well, there's the men's Money in the Bank. There's the women's Money in the Bank.
Yes.
What's the third ladder match?
There'll be actually. I'm sorry. There should be 4 ladder matches. There should be 2 women's ladder matches.
Oh, because is that what I thought? There was just one Money in the Bank that goes for across shows.
I don't think so. I think it's the Raw one or the SmackDown one. I could be mistaken. It's hard to keep track. Because
they're promoting Charlotte Flair being in the same ring as whoever is.
Maybe the women are going to be. Oh, there's 2 briefcases up there, though.
Yeah. There's only 2 briefcases above the ring. I think it's just going to be a 4-man.
So one's for the men. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. Because then you get that little bit of, hey, what show is this guy or girl going to cash in at?
Yeah, they can cash in. I mean, theoretically, they could cash in for any title at any time.
Right, so it gives a little bit more mystery to it. I like it. If that's the way it's done, I like it.
Although nobody, I don't think, has ever crossed shows to cash in the Money in the Bank. Not yet. That's true. But also, nobody's ever used it for a lesser belt.
No, it's always the world title.
Nobody's ever said, I want to be Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they do say it is World Championship. A World Championship.
Oh, yeah, they do. You get a shot at the world title, yeah.
So, theoretically, it could be for either world title then. Because they do call them both world titles.
Now, if they do it that way, yeah, you can go after either one. I don't know if that's accurate, because I haven't watched wrestling in 2 weeks.
Yeah, they haven't really said. But
yeah,
they've definitely been making it look like it's just one men's, one women's match.
I will be watching the pay-per-view, though, because I want to see Ronda Rousey win her first WWE title.
You think she's going to take the title?
Oh, definitely. And my only problem with it is that it's on a little pay-per-view, a smaller pay-per-view, rather than, say, SummerSlam.
Yeah. No, I know, but to
me, I would have had Ronda win, and then the next night on Raw say, you know what? I know there's always like some sort of intrigue or suspense or mystery as to when the person's going to cash in that wins these things, but I'm going to do it different because I want my opponent to be at 100% and at her best. I'm going to challenge you at SummerSlam.
But then they still have the Money in the Bank that they can cash in at any time.
No, that would be her cashing it in.
But it's supposed to be that the person with the briefcase gets to pick when they cash it in.
That's what she would do. She'd pick when she wants to cash it in. She'd be picking SummerSlam.
Oh, so you're saying I'm challenging you now for the match then.
Right, after she wins the Money in the Bank. She's like, you know what? I'm cashing this in for SummerSlam here.
Oh, okay. I'm misunderstood. Okay. I thought you were saying Pronouns, pal. Ronda
Sorry.
giving the challenge to the competitor.
That's what she should do. She should win the belt. She should win the briefcase. And then the next night on Raw, Ronda comes out and says, I won the briefcase. I'm entitled to a match whenever I say. I say, set it up for Brooklyn, baby. SummerSlam in August.
Oh, okay.
You and me in the big borough.
Okay. See, I was thinking you were saying.
I thought you said you were okay, Spider.
Well, no, because I thought you were saying that she wins against Nia and then the whole Money in the Bank thing.
No, she would.
No, okay. You're saying she should win Money in the Bank.
Yes.
But should somebody so green be doing a ladder match?
You can't think in those terms anymore. That's why I see a lot of people bitching today on the Twitter about that it's too soon. It's too soon. Listen, she is an attraction. She's going to be doing all these publicity stops. Okay, for a bunch of stuff other projects she's working on. Let her have that belt around her waist when she shows up. It's fine. It's only going to be better for the company, and that's what matters. And
her contract was supposed to be what, a year?
I think it's like 2 or 3 years.
Oh, okay, it is a multi-year.
It's not quick. I mean, she's in it with them for the long haul.
Yeah. No, but it's just because like when you find out somebody's like, I'm in it for a year, it's like, well, then it's great.
That's a waste. And the whole Brock Lesnar thing.
Who has the title and we haven't seen him in like a month.
Yeah, we won't. He's not going to fight. He's not going to fight till SummerSlam.
Yeah, but like, what's the point of not having a champion on TV? To promote the brand, to promote the belt.
Is The Miz going to be in the Money in the Bank match?
I know he's qualifying. I don't know
if The Miz is in it. I say he wins. Then he wins the belt at SummerSlam. Daniel Bryan wins Royal Rumble. They fight for the title at WrestleMania next year. Yeah, that's my prediction.
So I'm just trying to see if just a quick search. I'm
Alexa Bliss and her 2 new tag team partners are here this week.
What 2 new tag team partners?
She got the Matty Friday special.
Oh, gotcha.
She got the gimmicks.
I wasn't really watching enough because doing a podcast, but now I have to look up and
one side shot. That's all you need. You're like, what the hell?
Yeah. I just know that she was wrestling Bayley and Mickie James, and it's been quite a match. All right, but with that distraction, I'm just catching that Miz won the Money in the Bank in previous years.
Yeah.
So,
if he's in the match, I don't know. Like I said, I've been really busy with work the last 2 weeks to say I can't say what's exactly going on. But if he is in the match, that's what I think happens. The other way it could go is that Roman Reigns can win, and he ends up Seth Rollins somehow.
Okay, so The Miz did get his spot last week.
Okay.
When he beat Jeff Hardy in the qualifier.
Yeah, but my real prediction is The Miz. I really think that's the way to go.
Yeah, I can see that.
I woke up really early this morning. I didn't sleep much last night.
It's okay, neither did I. But so yeah, I mean, I think The Miz is definitely somebody who's ready to get bumped up.
He's more than ready. I mean, he's been long overdue.
Yeah. I mean, he's got the charisma, he's got the look, he's got the ring moves.
Yep.
And he's somebody who got over by just working it with the fans outside the ring.
Working his ass off.
Yeah. Yeah, just doing like YouTube videos and shit. Well, according to Bruce Pritchard, The Miz and who was he doing the videos with?
John Morrison.
Yes. The 2 of them, because of the 2 of them, the WWE actually started a social media policy and social media promotion.
It was them and Zack Ryder. They were doing those 3 guys were just doing whatever they could think of to get over with the fans. So they went to YouTube and they just started filming with no scripts, very little production, and some guidance from Bruce Pritchard and a couple other producers.
Well, even that originally it wasn't even with the guidance of the producers. It was after the WWE kind of said, "What's going on here?" Where it was just like, "All right, we're going to let them do what they're doing. We'll give them some advice. We'll see where it goes." And again, this is according to Pritchard himself on his podcast. Something to wrestle with. So yeah, so
Bruce Pritchard.
What did I say?
You said something to wrestle with, and then there was a pause. So then I had Bruce Pritchard.
Oh, yes,
that's the way you're supposed to say it.
Yes, gotcha. I didn't even realize I did that. So yeah, so I don't know. Is this going to be another Backlash, or is this going to be a good pay-per-view to look
Oh my God! Damn, I hope it's a good pay-per-view.
I think they kind of sucked the energy out of Backlash by saying we're having a pay-per-view next week in Saudi Arabia, where we're going to have all the main eventers doing their real main events.
2 weeks, and then they traveled. If you listen to Jim Ross's podcast, it talks about how his travel that week went, and I just have to assume that it was the same way for everyone involved. And he had, out of 7 days, he had 1 night of sleeping in a bed because he was just flying. So how could you there is a real thing called jet lag. You do need time to recover, and the way to recover is to just sleep or work out, but you definitely can't start more travel. That doesn't help it. So eventually, by the time everyone got to Backlash, the fans were exhausted because you've just come off of 2 gigantic events, WrestleMania and this big Royal Rumble, and your people are exhausted. I know it's a 365-day gimmick, but when you're traveling for 8 days straight, you do need 5 days to just decompress and lay around and sleep.
Oh, I know. I spent 2 weeks in Europe and then came back. It took me almost a week to get back to, to normal, really. So, what are you going to do? So, the other thing that's been happening this week is Cody Rhodes and is it the Young Bucks who are
the Young Bucks
have started selling tickets to All In Chicago.
All In, if you don't know, it's an independent event put on by Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks in September. It will be the biggest. It's almost like a WrestleMania for independent wrestling. All the big names in independent wrestling will be there. One of the biggest things that are going to be happening that night is Cody Rhodes will be challenging Nick Aldis for the NWA World Title. This is significant because his dad, the American Dream Dusty Rhodes, was a multiple-time NWA World Champion. Yeah. And the other big thing is that they put up their own money, to pull this event off. This isn't a Ring of Honor event. This isn't a New Japan event. This is a strictly independent event. And if you know anything about the Young Bucks, whether you like them or not, everything they do is they are the prototype for the term do-it-yourself. They've gotten themselves over. They've built up a wrestling T-shirt business that their entire family works at in Chicago. I didn't know that these guys did so much stuff, all the stuff that they do. One of the other things that they've managed to do for this event is to get CM Punk to come to a wrestling event. I
did see that he might be there. It's actually confirmed now?
Well, he's going to be at the StarCast podcast convention. And it's in Chicago, which is where he lives. So it just makes sense that he'd show up. Live microphone. He could say and do whatever he wanted. And, Punk does like a live microphone.
Punk is dangerous with a live microphone.
Even when at his loss, his UFC loss that he had, gets the microphone and he's had something, profound to say. The guy, people hate him for. I'm a big CM Punk fan. I will say that as a fan of his, I felt let down that he backed out of his contract and then at the very least didn't fulfill his commitment. You give someone your word and you sign a document saying that, hey, I'm going to be working for you until this date. And as much as it sucks, you do that until that date. I just did it. Yeah. I waited for my contract to be up. And when it was up, I explored other opportunity. Same company, but my contract was for that unit in that position.
Yeah, and if you have a contract that's supposed to be like that, you don't just walk away. You kind of do.
You honor it.
Yeah, or you find legitimate ways to walk away from it. Not just you don't just disappear. You leave it honorably.
You owe it. I'm sorry. You owe it to the people that you gave your word to. Maybe you don't owe the fans. Okay, maybe you don't. But you owe it to that person who you went into that agreement with to fulfill that agreement.
Yeah, I understand that. Again, CM Punk kind of happened while I wasn't watching wrestling, so I missed most of that.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen some of his match and stuff, and I think he's very entertaining and definitely knows how to work the stick.
Oh, definitely.
So, do we know who else is going to be wrestling at All In?
They haven't announced matches. They've really just been announcing who will be there. And like I said, it's an all-star lineup that night. The Young Bucks will be there. Joey Ryan will be there, who I know is a really nice guy. That Heather's actually someone I didn't like, and then Heather told me that he really was a stand-up guy, and kind of changed my opinion of him. Everyone imaginable who's big on the independent scene will be there that night.
Yeah, so it's basically going to be sort of like a convention and
there's the Starcast podcast convention, which we weren't invited to, oddly enough.
I know. What's up with that?
Anyone who has a T-shirt store on ProWrestlingTees.com will be there.
How do we get one of those?
So if you're a fan, I think we need a couple thousand followers before we can get one of those.
We're working on that.
They have an offshoot for for lack of a better term, internet celebrities. But I don't know. I've messaged them a few times and never got anywhere. So,
all right.
I just assume my numbers aren't good enough.
We'll get there.
Yeah,
we'll be invited. If they don't take us this year, we're definitely gonna be there next year.
Because we are the true superheroes of wrestling podcasting.
So true. So one person who I'm kind of seeing that won't be there is Vince Russo.
No, I don't know why, but he just thought he was going to show up and everyone would be happy to see him. But apparently Cody Rhodes has said he's not welcome.
Yeah. To quote, "The absolute fact that I am ready, willing, and able to appear at All In, while others are already attempting to do everything in their power to keep me from attending, tells you just about everything you need to know about me and them." And that would be Vince Russo.
I just don't think who the hell wants to see him?
I don't know. But the best is the response from Cody. "We don't reward bad behavior. Stay away from our event."
Yeah, I don't know what bad behavior he's talking about. I don't know. I don't know if something's happened between them over the years.
Yeah, I don't know what.
But I don't see anyone who would want to see Vince Russo.
Yeah, I mean, that's like saying I want to see like the writers' room, the guys who were writing. I want to see. I'm gonna blank on the name of writers from the WWE who are like not like big names in front of the camera.
We wouldn't know it. We wouldn't know them.
Well, like Kevin Dunn, who is
I don't ever want to see Kevin Dunn.
I'm sure he's a very nice guy.
No, he's not.
I've never met him. I wouldn't know. But he works behind the scenes for WWE for 20, 30 years. I don't need to line up for his autograph or anything. I don't need to, roll with him. But, it's great that he's helping to produce, the TV I enjoy watching week to week.
Yeah.
And Heather says that Russo's a prick, which we all know.
Yes.
And booking David Arquette and himself as champions equals bad behavior.
Yes. Oh, yeah, that would equal bad behavior.
Yeah, that was bad. Yeah, but so much of what he did was bad. But to be fair, he did create a lot of, some good. I don't know if I want to say a lot, but he helped usher in the Attitude Era with the stunt booking.
And but he was out of control.
He was. And then when he went to WCW, it was just worse.
Bro.
Bro,
we're going to swerve, bro.
We're just going to, we'll put the belt on him, bro.
It's the schmaz, bro.
Yeah, it didn't matter if it was an interesting story or it made a story.
Bro, nobody cares.
Yeah, people who've been watching for 20 years don't care about what's going on in the story.
Bro, they're not paying attention, bro.
Oh, bro. No, bro. Yeah.
So the All-In event it's going to be pretty good. They haven't announced any matches or how to watch it online yet, but as soon as how I'm not going to it.
Nor am I.
I've never been to Chicago, though. I will say that much. Only the airport for stopover. I'd like to go.
I was there to run the Chicago Marathon in 2013.
I'd like to go.
I got to spend a long weekend there. I liked it.
Try some Chicago pizza while I'm there.
Well, I don't know if you can call it pizza.
Oh, it's pizza-esque.
Pizza. You got to try the hot dogs.
Yeah.
You definitely got to go out and try the goods. Forget what else, but yeah, I mean everything out there I enjoyed. Nice scenery, nice architecture. Took some nice tours. Took a nice tour of the city on a boat. It was cool. So yeah, they haven't announced much. I
really think the only matches that's official is Cody and Nick Aldis.
Okay. Yeah, I mean. They have time, and I think
the thing is, like, until yesterday, everyone just thought that Cody was going to announce that night that he was going back to WWE.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that night is when he would have fought oh God, what's his name? Kenny Omega, and lost control of the Bullet Club to Kenny that night because he was going back. And like he would have did the JOB on his way out the door.
But instead he announced the All-In.
But so now it's this, so it's like if he gets the NWA World Title, he's not going back to the WWE ever.
At least not anytime soon.
Anytime, the foreseeable future, it's not happening.
Yeah,
he is the guy that they should have put that belt on 2 years ago or a year ago when they started the 10 pounds of gold series. Mm-hmm. He definitely would have elevated it more than what it is already. And I love what the 10 pounds of gold series is doing for the NWA. I think that after a year now, they should be expanding it to a tag team division or a women's division with how hot women's wrestling is, and just keep building instead of just being this one man show.
Yeah, I mean they definitely have to.
With giving the belt to Cody. Cody has a like a business relationship with Ring of Honor and with New Japan. So now all of a sudden your belt is all over the world every few weeks just by circumstance.
And it promotes the brand that way.
That's what I mean. Without the NWA having to say like, oh, wow, we have to fly Nick Aldis out to Japan. No, Ring of Honor is flying Cody out to Japan. He's going to have your belt around his waist.
And he'll be announced as NWA champion.
NWA World Champion while fighting for Ring of Honor in New Japan.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely good. Yeah, I mean, I caught some New Japan, like a month ago, where he came out because it was a whole Young Bucks match.
Yeah.
Kenny Omega and I forget who his tag partner was. But, I mean, it was really great to watch. I have to catch up on all this Bullet Club stuff.
Were the Golden Lovers.
That's it, Golden Lovers.
Yeah, I forgot what's his name's name, but if Heather's listening, she'll remember.
Of course she knows. It's going to be Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi.
Yeah, Ibushi. His boyfriend.
Well, the next article on down is, are they gay? Pro Wrestling's Golden Lovers say it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Who cares?
Yes, they are.
Just like Baylor Club is for everyone.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. So, all right. So we're going to have to find a way to watch this online then.
Yes, as soon as it's announced.
Yeah,
how to watch it online, we will.
I'm sure something will be. Or maybe even a cable network or pay-per-view will pick it up.
Yeah, however you watch, it's going to be watched on at home. I will be watching it at home.
But I think it's hard to ignore that 10,000 tickets sold out in an hour.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I hope it wasn't all scalpers buying the tickets.
Yeah, I don't know if it's scalpers.
That would be a disappointment.
Yeah, I mean, it's a problem. Like, how do you beat scalpers?
You can't. It's hard.
So, one of my favorite bands, 9 Inch Nails, are going on tour this fall.
Yeah.
And to get tickets, you have to physically go to the box office and buy the tickets. So this Saturday, if I want to go see them in October, I have to go to Radio City Music Hall and buy tickets. And
which means you're going to have to wait online with other people.
Yeah, and you're not allowed to. I think tickets go on sale at like 10. You're not allowed to line up till 8, they say. But, of course, people will be there before 8.
Yeah. And like 7:30, you start hanging around.
Oh, no, there'll be people who spend the night.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. But personally, I have plans. I can't go to Radio City on Saturday.
You're not a real fan, man.
No, I'm an adult with responsibility.
Poser!
Yeah, that's it. I'm a poser because I, have to be somewhere on Saturday morning.
Yeah.
I get that.
It's Shabbos. I don't roll on Shabbos.
That's right. I'm Shomer Shabbos.
How dare Trent Reznor have tickets go on sale on a Saturday? He knows better.
Especially in New York.
Yeah, New York. I mean, come on. This isn't Oklahoma.
I don't know if he's playing Oklahoma, so that's even weirder.
I think that would be even weirder if he was playing Oklahoma.
And you had to go like 100 miles to buy tickets in person.
Yeah. It's like, no, he's not playing in Tulsa. He's playing Bixby.
Yeah, exactly. That would be the best. No, he's not playing New York City. But if you want to drive up to Sarasota to the Arts Center, you can buy tickets at the box office there.
Well, if you want to see him in New York City, you're driving to Sarasota. Which is in Florida.
Isn't there? No.
It's a Saratoga.
Saratoga. That's the one I meant.
If you want to catch All In Chicago, you're going to have to drive to Seattle.
Exactly. Because where else would you go for a Chicago show?
That's how you make it difficult for scalpers. You put the tickets on sale in person in a whole other state.
That would be the best.
In a different time zone. That's how you fight scalpers. We solved it. All these years. Eddie Vedder's trying to beat Caster. People trying to beat scalpers. We just solved it right here. We solved the world's problems here on Mass and Tights. We really are true superheroes.
You want the
of wrestling podcast.
You want the tickets for LA? You got to go to Chicago.
Yeah,
you want the tickets for Chicago? You got to go to Maine.
The whole which way book, baby.
Exactly. Oh God, we've solved the scalper problem. So is there anything else we know about All In, or are we on the edge of our seats waiting for
We're on the edge of our seats, waiting for details day to day. I really wish that we were able to get press credentials for the press conference over the weekend. I think we would have been able to add to it.
Where was the press conference located?
It was in Chicago.
Yeah, I don't see the problem.
We would have sent Stugots puppet to cover.
Yeah, there you go. Send the fucking puppet.
Excuse me, Mr. Rhodes. Oh wait, we can't call you that anymore. Brandy Rhodes' husband. Let me ask you a question.
That's what we need to do. We need to do wrestling puppet interviews. Oh my God, that would be amazing.
Well, there is that puppet that does Raw and the SmackDown breakdowns twice a week. It's pretty funny.
Oh, so I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Is it on the YouTubes?
Yeah, and it's really accurate breakdowns. It's not BS. He's the guy's definitely a fan of wrestling.
Yeah, he just does it with a puppet, so he has.
Yeah, because that's how you get over. It's fine.
Yeah. All right. Oh, Jesus, I'm still laughing at this. All right.
I'm gonna have to get my 10 pounds of gold dome globe belt out of its storage and start bringing it to this podcast every week. No, not that one.
I have my belt right here. I'm good.
Not that one. That's not the one that Cody Rhodes is fighting for.
No, that would be NWA. This is WWE. I know my belt.
That's Toys R Us.
I bought it at Target.
Oh, that's Target. That's Target.
Exactly. But I can hold it over my head proudly. Hide the Velcro, but
Yes, that's fine. Randy Savage's belt, his winged eagle had Velcro.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, because he hated snapping it because it was a pain in the ass to snap. And speaking from experience, it's a pain in the ass to snap.
Yeah, well, just think if you were Andre and you had to snap it.
I don't snap.
Oh, boss. Oh.
Boss, you snap belt for me.
So, all right. So we will keep up with the whole All In thing.
Yep.
We'll come back to it. And we actually, one week we need to talk belts.
We could talk belts whenever you want. I'll talk belts forever.
I knew we would be able to cover hours with belts.
Oh, definitely.
So, it's on our list for upcoming episodes, but we'll
talk about my collection in a little bit more detail and what I would love to add to the collection.
All right. Well,
I have, I think, 4 that I'd love to add, maybe 5.
I just have the one, unless you count the one that came with the LJ and Hulk Hogan figure.
If you still have that one, yeah, you can count it.
It's in a box in storage.
All right, so you don't have it then.
I don't have it here.
No.
Actually, I do have over there. I do have some toy belts from action figures.
Okay.
I years ago I built a custom computer that looked like a WWE ring, and I made the buttons the belts from the toys.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And I have they're over there. I think I have the Ric Flair figure and the Ultimate Warrior, maybe 1 or 2 others over there, but I don't know. I can't see it from here, but it's like over there. But all right, so we're gonna keep up with the All In thing. We're gonna keep up with belts. We'll figure it all out, and we'll bring it to you weekly here on Masks and Dites.
Yep.
So if you want to catch more of us talking, we have the Geekadrome podcast, where we talk all pop culture, not just wrestling. And until next week, we'll see ya.
Peace.